On a quiet autumn evening, the amber leaves rustled under the soft footsteps of a lone figure traversing the dimly lit streets. The solitude of the night held a certain allure for me, but little did I know that this night would unfold into a cautionary tale for those venturing out after dark. As I walked down the narrow alley leading to my apartment, a subtle unease crept over me. The flickering streetlights cast long shadows, and the silence amplified every sound, creating an atmosphere pregnant with potential danger. It was a feeling I couldn't shake, an intuition that whispered of vulnerability in the solitude of the night. Turning into a wider street, I noticed a stranger trailing behind me. At first, I dismissed it as mere coincidence, someone heading in the same direction. Yet, as I made turns and changed my pace, the figure persisted, a silent pursuer in the night. Fear began to intertwine with my steps, urging me to be cautious. My instincts heightened, and I became acutely aware of my surroundings. The once familiar streets now seemed to hold unseen threats, and the night that was once my ally became an unfamiliar terrain. I quickened my pace, hoping to outpace the mysterious follower. Each turn, each change in direction, failed to shake off the persistent presence. The atmosphere thickened with tension, and the echo of footsteps, no longer mine alone, became a chilling symphony of pursuit. It was then that I understood the gravity of the situation. The darkened streets, once a canvas of solitude, now harbored an unpredictable element. Panic gripped me as I weighed my options, a sudden sprint to my destination or a detour to a more populated area. Choosing the latter, I adjusted my course toward a well-lit intersection. The distant hum of traffic offered a sense of security, a brief respite from the ominous pursuit. As I reached the more populated area, the mysterious figure, reluctant to reveal its intentions in the light, melted into the shadows. Safely surrounded by the hum of the city, I pondered the encounter. It served as a stark reminder that the night, while enchanting, could harbor unseen dangers. The solitude that brought comfort in its silence could also render one vulnerable. The very streets that felt like home during daylight could transform into a maze of uncertainty after dark. Reflecting on that night, I couldn't shake the awareness that many might not be as fortunate as I was. It dawned on me that the world, for all its beauty, could be a different place for those who navigated alone, especially after sunset. So, to those who venture into the night, especially women walking alone, I share this tale as a cautionary whisper. Be attuned to your surroundings, trust your instincts, and when the night feels too silent, embrace the comfort of well-lit paths and populated areas. It's a reminder that the beauty of the night should not blind us to the potential risks it conceals, urging us to tread with caution and vigilance in the silent realm of shadows. After a long day at the bustling mall, where the fluorescent lights and persistent hum of activity had become the backdrop to my daily routine, I found myself yearning for the solace of home. It was a typical evening, the air heavy with the scent of fast food and the distant melodies of a forgotten busker strumming a guitar. As I stepped out into the twilight, the mall's glass doors slid shut behind me, muffling the noise and leaving me in the hushed ambience of the parking lot. The rows of cars stood silent sentinels beneath the flickering streetlights. The cool breeze carried a hint of exhaustion, matching my own weariness after a day of retail chaos. As I traversed the deserted parking lot towards my car, I couldn't shake the sensation of being watched. A glance over my shoulder revealed nothing out of the ordinary. Just the vacant expanse of asphalt and a flickering security light casting long shadows. The sense of unease lingered, like a subtle whisper urging me to quicken my pace. With each step, the echo of my footfalls became more pronounced, creating an eerie symphony in the quietude. I dismissed the disquieting feeling as mere fatigue, attributing it to the toll of a long workday. Reaching my car, I fumbled for my keys, the metallic jingle resonating in the stillness. Just as I slid into the driver's seat, a voice shattered the silence. "Excuse me, can I ask you something?" The unexpected query startled me, and I turned to find a man standing by my window. His appearance was unremarkable, a nondescript figure in the fading light. Yet something in the way his eyes lingered on me sent a shiver down my spine. Weariness settled into my bones, and a desire for the comforts of home overshadowed any polite obligation to engage. Politely declining, I started the engine, hoping to leave the encounter behind. However, as I pulled away, the man's eyes followed my car, his silent gaze haunting my rearview mirror until the mall's lights disappeared on the horizon. The unease lingered, weaving into the fabric of my thoughts as I navigated the quiet streets towards home. The familiar route felt unfamiliar, and the once comforting glow of streetlights now seemed to cast long shadows, harboring the unknown. As I neared my apartment complex, a sinking feeling settled in the pit of my stomach. The man from the mall appeared, seemingly materializing from the shadows, his presence an unwelcome echo of the day's disquieting encounter. Attempting to shake off the growing sense of dread, I parked my car and hastened towards the building's entrance. The hallway, usually a passage of familiarity, now felt like a corridor of uncertainty. The echo of my footsteps became a haunting cadence, punctuating the silence. The unsettling sensation reached its peak as I approached my apartment door. The feeling of being watched, of unseen eyes lingering, intensified. Heart pounding, I fumbled for my keys, each metallic clink echoing through the stillness like a distress signal. Unlocking the door, I hurried inside, the feeling of unease lingering like an unwelcome guest. I double-checked the locks, glancing anxiously through the peephole. The hallway outside remained empty, but the shadows seemed to whisper secrets that eluded comprehension. That night, within the supposed safety of my home, sleep proved elusive. The echoes of the mall, the parking lot encounter, and the persistent feeling of being watched played on a loop in my mind. The next morning, as sunlight spilled through the windows, the unsettling memories lingered, a lingering chill that refused to dissipate. To those returning home after long days at the mall or any crowded place, I share this tale as a reminder. Trust the instinct that whispers caution. Be wary of seemingly innocent encounters and seek refuge in the familiar glow of home. For in the echoes of the everyday, the mundane can sometimes unveil the unsettling, leaving one to ponder the mysteries hidden within the ordinary.